basically the car was flipped over and then we tipped and the car was upside down, and I just remember glass everywhere and smoke. It smelled like gas and like fire and just burnt, and I was like just in shock.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we've got something slightly different. I'm going to introduce you to what is the worst family vlogging channel on YouTube. This is Not Enough Nelsons, and I have covered them in the past a couple of times, but not for a long time. So if you're new or if you don't remember, this is them, and they clickbait the most horrible, disgusting hospital visits for their kids that I've seen on any other YouTube channel anywhere. It is downright disgusting. Most family vloggers, they clickbait injuries, illnesses, sicknesses, anything health related. They clickbait the hell out of it, right? But usually there is a line. Sometimes there's a line anyway, but these, there is no line. They literally clickbait it as badly as they possibly can. They film the whole event, including the hospital visits and everything. And just take a look at this and tell me that this is not bad.
Okay guys, I was just getting my hair done, and apparently Delaney sliced her leg open. My mom just called me, so I guess we're preparing for an ambulance to come to our house.
She had really bad pain in her lower right side. Really bad pain, like on the floor crying, screaming.
Is that hurting you? It's tight? That thing's tight.
Oh,
That's really bad.
Let me see the pinky one. Those two middle ones are the worst.
Yeah.
Do you think I could borrow a finger, or does it hurt from this? Okay, last thing, I'll get your temperature. I crush your forehead, okay? Okay, look down. Look up. Up, up, up. Look to your left side. Good. Look to your right side. Blink a couple times. Blink, blink, blink. Blink one more time. Open big, big if you can.
It just hurts so much. Yeah, there's now a really bad heartbeat in it. I think it's broken. Now they're gonna x-ray it and we'll find out. So I just heard from the lady that checked us in. When I told her this story, she said she thinks the other little boy that ran into him is here too, because he also got hurt at school on the playground at 2 o'clock and he ran into somebody and hit the ground. So they must have both been running really fast and hit each other really, really hard, and both hit the pavement super hard. So prayers go out to him and his family too. You know, this is very scary. It's so weird because I'm sitting here just looking at him and he was just healthy and happy this morning, and it's just so crazy how fast things can change. And
Get on your face a little bit. Yeah.
Keep on down.
Don't mind you. Okay. How about here? Does it hurt right there? Where does it hurt?
you guys help her in.
Okay, we love you.
bye.
Sorry, Sadie.
And basically the car was flipped over and then we tipped and the car was upside down, and I just remember glass everywhere and smoke. It smelled like gas and like fire and just burnt, and I was like just in shock.
Every single one of those clips, every single visit, they filmed inside the hospital. They filmed the kids coming out of the operations. They filmed the kids in recovery. They filmed the kids having things taken out of their feet. They filmed there's literally nothing that they didn't film. The kids were in distress, and I haven't seen anything like this before. Well, I've known about these for a while, but you know, doing a deep dive into them, it's just brought all the memories back, and it's just downright disgusting. There were 16 clips there I found of instances where they filmed their kids in going to the emergency room, made as much money out of it as possible, and it's just downright disgusting. I don't know if I'm getting this across to you, just how bad it is. I hope those clips kind of gave an idea. Obviously I tried to cover the faces and not show the kids as much as possible, but it's disgusting. It really, really is. And the other problem with this channel is this: they have 16 kids, right? 16 children, 9 of which are adopted. Now, obviously, that's their choice to have so many kids and adopt so many kids. You know, no problem with that, except for adopting them specifically to put them on YouTube is not something I would endorse.
The one thing I will never forget, the judge asked Navy if she wanted us to adopt her. She was so cute. So he asked her, like, do you want to be adopted by this family? And she just put her little hand right here on her chest, and she just started crying, like with this gut deep, like cute cry. She sat by me and she was so cute and mature. She crossed her legs like she was so big, and she's looking up at me and telling me all these things about herself. And I was looking at her and I noticed these beautiful green eyes. Standing at the window, and when we were up close, we were waving bye to her and we could kind of see her face. But as we got into the car to leave, all we could see was this chubby little hand against the glass waving goodbye to us. Oh my gosh.
And I struggle with how these families manage to adopt so many kids when the adoption agencies must know that they're being put out onto YouTube. The mind boggles, it truly does. But it gets worse. It gets worse. They start to sell their adoption stories, and again, this is not their story to sell. It's not their story to tell other people. Just listen to this next clip. When I first heard it, it actually broke me. I can't describe it. Just listen.
Hi, my name is Elsie. This is my little brother Beckham. This is our adoption story.
This is a 5 and a 4-year-old. This is our adoption story. How actual sick is that? That was just so upsetting listening to that, because they're 5 and 4 years old and you're making them tell their adoption story themselves, no less. It's just unbelievable to me. I can't begin to describe how not only bad that is, but disgusting and sick and despicable. Just no. Even worse is this. Okay, if it couldn't get any worse, it seems that from the outset of the channel, they were actually auctioning their adoption stories. This was absolutely insane. I'm kind of blown away.
We just want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support that our channel has received over the short amount of time that we've started our YouTube channel. We already have about 30,000 subscribers, which is so crazy, and we just want to thank you guys so much. We are so thankful that we decided that every 10,000 subscribers that we gain from here on out, we will unlock another birth or an adoption story to share with you. We love you all, and we are so excited to announce to you, one by one, who's adopted in our family.
Oh my god. Seriously, oh my god. Honestly, encouraging people to subscribe to get to a goal just so that they can get the reward of listening to an adoption story, which is not their business and is not the business of the family to even share, is just insane. I can't. Anyway, they were better than their word, in fact, going forward.
You guys have unlocked another adoption story, which is so crazy because that means we got another 10,000 subscribers in under 2 weeks. What? So today we have another adoption video for you guys, but this is special because we have gotten 20,000 more subscribers, and so we owe you guys 2 adoption/birth stories.
We owe you 2 birth stories, adoption stories. Oh my god, no you don't. You don't owe the subs anything. You do not owe them any of the kids' actual life stories, which is not for you to share. You don't owe them anything. Just because they've subbed to you does not give them a right to an insight into the private life of somebody who was adopted into the family. No, just no. So the third and final problematic issue with this channel is they have this tendency, and it's a theme now, to do the talk videos. So what they do is they take one child who is of a certain age, when they think they're old enough, and they take them out for a mummy-daughter date, and they take them to a nice fancy restaurant to have some meals and everything like that, and then they give them the talk, the birds and bees talk, right? I mean, that's fine in itself because it happens, but when you film it for an audience of what is now 2 million, you're insane. Absolutely insane. I've no words. I have covered this in a previous video about how disgusting it is, but just...
We talked about that sex isn't a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
That it's beautiful when you're married and you're trying to have a baby. It's very special. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know moms and dads have different parts, right? Like women and men have different parts.
And I know how singing life like a church hymn.
So they don't actually film, or well, they do film it, but they don't show what's been said during these talks, because that is their form of trying to keep it private. You know, you've done a great job at keeping the whole thing private, I've got to say. Brilliant, I know. But, it's just... Have you ever seen anything like that? I mean, there's so many different things, privacy issues on YouTube, where, you know, you've got your period talk, you've got got all sorts of things going on YouTube, but I've never seen people having the talk. And yeah, I don't really see the point of it, to be honest. It's not bringing awareness to anything. It's not showing like what you should and shouldn't say. What, you know, maybe say what you should say to... I saw a comment asking them to maybe do a video on what you say to help parents who want to give the talk to their kids, but they don't want to do that because it's they want to remain private between I can't say that with a straight face. They want it to remain private between them and the child whilst filming it. Anyway, the whole segment, and this happens repetitively. They've done it 4 times on the channel now. And afterwards, the dad, he goes to the child and he gives a speech about marriage and rings and stuff like that. It is quite eye-opening.
Part of this circle is me, you, and Mom. And we kind of go round and round because we're a family, right? And we love each other. So we're giving you this ring because we want you to remember that we have what we're going to call the circle of trust. And we want you to know that we trust you and we love you. And we want you to hopefully trust me and Mom, that you know that no matter what happens in your life, you can talk to us and not be afraid. Even if it's something scary or bad. you can know that me and Mom are going to love you no matter what.
And guess who else is in the circle of trust?
My Father and Jesus.
Yes.
For sure. Because you
Very
can tell
important.
them everything.
Okay.
They know everything. Yes.
One day, guess what gets on your other finger? Another ring. What kind of ring? A wedding ring. So at some point, me and Mom, although we'll kind of still be in your circle of trust, one day, as we talked about today, you're going to find a handsome young man that you're going to want to marry. And he's going to come and say, I hope, hey, Benji and Tiffany, I love your daughter. Can I have your permission to marry her? Can you imagine that? One day, that ring that you have is going to get replaced. You can still keep it, but there's going to be another ring on your finger that's going to be a circle of trust with you and your husband, and still with Heavenly Father and Jesus, right? Does Mom have anything she wants to say?
No, Dad, I think that was really, really good.
But
Well, I think it's really, really hypocritical, to be honest. I mean, imagine spouting about God and Jesus and everything and how happy they would be, whilst also filming this for YouTube money and clout, and filming all your kids' injuries and hospital visits and for money, and filming your kids' adoption stories again for money, and then saying, yeah, but you know, God and Jesus, yeah, God, yeah, Jesus. It doesn't quite wash with me. You can't have like the whole preachy, holier than thou sort of attitude, but whilst also doing this other thing which is completely against anything. I'm sure it must be a sin there somewhere, right? So unbelievable. Now I hope and pray that you've managed to make it to the end of this video, because there's so much in it that needs actually to come to the forefront of people's minds, and I hope that you managed to get through it without throwing up, for example. So thank you for that. Until next time, give this video a massive thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, or if you've indeed appreciated it. Comment anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, because if I know that you want more videos, then I will give you more videos. Until next time, have a good day. Bye bye.